Hello everyone, I'm Dustin Benzel, and welcome to another Pokemon XY anime discussion. Today's topic is going to be a short video in regards to the new title that was revealed. Well, only because there's not a lot of information. It doesn't even come with any images. It was just a title and a summary. Speaking of which, I still am surprised we don't have a summary for the other episode, but the other previous episode. Anyway, this is supposedly going to air July 9th, so the Serena showcase episode is going to definitely be July 2nd. So this looks like it might very well be the last episode before the movie, and who knows when the next following episode will be. Might be the 23rd, might be the 30th, depending on a break. But anyway, the title is called Satoshi, or sorry, that's his Japanese name. Almost forgot for a moment. Here, sorry about that. Ash leaps through time. Rotom's wish. Interesting title. Technically, Ash hasn't really traveled through time, except apparently, based on the source information that I have here, except in the movie Arceus and the Jewel of Life, but nothing in the main series. So I'm not sure if you want to count that particular one, Arceus and the Jewel of Life, especially since that was like hundreds and hundreds of years rather than probably a decade or two, or however long. Basically, it was like 200 years in the Arceus movie. In this particular uh, episode, it might just only be at most 100 years. But I don't know. I don't know what the case is, but here's the summary of the episode. Um, as Ash continues his journey, he stops by a hotel that's gone completely to ruins inside and feels rather weird. After recomposing himself, he spots a battlefield in the basement where a man named Mantle that uses Pokemon as gambling chips, and it seems Ash is getting dragged into gambling battle as well. Very complicated summary. It doesn't really make any sense English-wise, I'm assuming, but maybe because the person who translated it didn't translate it properly into English and just maybe outright translated it. But from what I can understand is that um, that Ash comes into that lost hotel that's probably in the game. But anyway, what I get out of this particular episode is that when Ash runs into the ruins, he probably travels through time just a little bit, I'm assuming. And after he gets a little better, he notices a battlefield in the basement. Then he'll meet a man named Mantle, who uses Pokemon as gambling chips. I'm not really sure what that exactly means, but I'm assuming that means that the Pokemon are used as um like uh like let's say Pikachu is worth 50 gambling points, or yeah, that's horrible, by the way, but that's a horrible way to look at it. But I don't know, there's just, well, money. I don't know. Maybe Pikachu is $50. Maybe Frogadier is $80. I don't know. I think it's kind of like that. Or it may just be as simple as you bet on a Pokemon battle, and whoever wins gets to keep the Pokemon or whatever. And then Ash is unfortunately dragged into that. Of course, I'm pretty sure nothing is going to happen in terms of Ash losing a Pokemon, although it would have been hilarious. Um, Someone mentioned on one of the forums it would have been interesting if this was how Ash lost Goodra or released Goodra, is that he lost the battle and he had to give Goodra up or something of that nature. And then there was this whole story about how Ash was going to try to get back Goodra. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I don't know what Ash is going to use. He might use Noibat. This seems like a chance to get Noibat acclimated to battling, but maybe not. Since Noibat's probably still too fresh to battle, and it is a risk battle, so he might use like Hawlucha, Frogadier, Pikachu for this battle. I don't know if Fletchinder would be quite able to handle something of this nature, but possibly. Um, Outside of that, I'm not really sure. Rotom seems to be a part of this. It's weird that this is a time travel type episode as it appears, and that it doesn't revolve any of the Pokemon that can actually travel through time. That's always weird in these particular instances. I don't know if there was some other Pokemon outside of Celebi and Dialga that could travel through time that I'm overlooking, but basically it's weird that this is happening. But I'm assuming that Ash will probably lose the battle that he's in, and he'll have to give up one of his Pokemon. Ash will fight it, and then something will happen where he travels through time and he tries to change it. Maybe the reason it went into ruins is because it was a betting Pokemon, but maybe Ash actually converts it to actual just chips, you know, like just money, you know, or whatever the case is, so that Pokemon don't have to be gotten away, and then maybe it'll change, or maybe this will be an anti-gambling public service announcement episode. I don't know. This one, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most weird, this is the weirdest episode that I have ever seen in Pokemon, and you know, even the unknown episode in Johto revolving around Larvitar, that one was pretty freaky as well, but this one, I think this one is just a little weirder because, just because it sounds so weird of an episode to make, you know? I mean, we all know that Unknown can manipulate dimensions or something or whatever, so it kind of made sense that because of Unknown, Ash traveled through the mind of Larvitar, yeah, Larvitar, that's the name of the Pokemon, Larvitar, and actually manipulated things, and then Larvitar became more friendly for humans, so at least that episode at least made some sense, but here, it's so confusing, especially when you think the Lost Hotel within the games actually had a skateboarder master of something, not skateboarder, roller skater master that actually taught you a skill once you've learned all the roller skating tricks within the actual game. So basically, this is just a weird episode all around, especially when it has Rotom involved and Ash. If we didn't know that Ash wasn't going to get anything anytime soon until at least Serena gets Eevee, I would have suggested Ash with a Rotom. I know that's weird since Professor Oak has one, but this is kind of weird. Ash leaps through time, Rotom's wish. Almost sounds like a capture episode just based on the title, but we all know that's not going to happen. So if I were to speculate anything right now, without any images, without any previews, with a very vague summary that really is confusing when you think about it, I would have to guess this Mantle character lost his Rotom in one of these gambling battles or whatever, and he became bitter and he decided to take other people's Pokemon by betting and beating them. He's basically a very strong challenger because of this. He was never able to get Rotom back, and Ash has to go and retrieve Rotom and then give it to Mantle, and then everything will be happy better. That is the best speculation that I could come up with this particular episode. I might be completely off, I might be half right, I don't know what the case is going to be, but this is this particular episode. There's nothing else, there's no really new information for the other episodes. Just as a side note, just so I can have one anime related image, I will be posting an image of Noibat's egg, which looks very interesting. Not entirely what I've expected, but you know, the design of its ears all over the place, I guess isn't too bad of an egg choice. So that pretty much covers, I guess, look forward to other Pokemon videos when we actually learn more information. Like I said, there really doesn't seem to be any new information so far in other episodes. So look forward to new information when it comes out. So anyway, I think this covers this. Thank you for watching. I'm Dustin Benzel, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!